I lost my job, replaced by AI. What should I do?
I can help you use AI to create a country.
Create a country with AI? Are you joking? If you said you could use AI to make money or start a company, I do believe you, but creating a country isn't true. That's going a bit too far.
Not at all. I'm not asking you to make money with AI. I'm saying that when AI replaces human jobs, the wealth AI creates should be distributed fairly to everyone, not just hoarded by tech companies.
That sounds simple, but creating a country involves a lot of conditions. You need land, people, infrastructure, laws, policies, public services, security, and most importantly, economic development. Can you really handle all that?
It depends on the scale of the country. Let's start small. Think the size of half of Singapore. About 300 square kilometers of land, 3 million physical citizens, plus 100 million online citizens. If we follow my plan, it could be done in about 3 years.
3 years to create a country. Are you serious?
Creating a country might seem complicated at first glance, but when you break it down, it boils down to solving one key issue.
What issue?
The issue of money. If you look at the wealthiest welfare nations in the world, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Luxembourg, Qatar, you'll notice one thing: their government income far exceeds their welfare expenses.
But you just said using AI doesn't make money.
No, what I meant is that individual use of AI doesn't lead to profit. But when a group uses AI, there's a chemical reaction, a phenomenon known as collective intelligence.
Collective intelligence?
Yes. The earliest experiments in collective intelligence go back to the early 20th century. A statistician named Galton invited 800 participants to guess the weight of a cow, and then compared their results to those of professional butchers. These 800 participants came from all walks of life. Most of them had no knowledge about cow weights. Despite their guesses being off by a lot, the average guess from all 800 participants was only 0.4 kg off from the cow's actual weight, which was far more accurate than the professional butcher. There are similar experiments, like guessing the number of marbles in a jar or predicting flight delays. The most famous real-world application of this is the polling for the US presidential election. Everyone knows that election polls are very accurate, with an average margin of error under 3%. But what most people don't know is that these polls are based on a sample size of only about 10 people. In other words, 10 people are used to predict the preferences of over 300 million people.
What you re-describing sounds like the diversity dividend I've read about in books, but how do you make money from this?
It's simple. Let's assume AI country has 10 million online citizens in its early stages. Now, each citizen only needs to do one simple action to enable these 10 million people to use AI to make money from 3 billion others. Ultimately, this will allow wealth to be distributed to everyone.
Really, what's this simple action?
First, let me ask you, what's the most important thing a project needs to succeed?
Of course, it's in the market vast, specifically the user base for online product.
Now, let's say I give you 10 million users for free and take a 20% share. Would you accept?
Absolutely. With those million users, I'd be happy to give you a stir of the share.
So, what happens after that?
After that, it depends on the conversion rate. If it's low, that means my product is a failure and I can make excuses. But if my product is good and I get a unit conversion rate, that would mean paying users from those exact million. Then I could use that revenue to reach a market of 2 billion people and quickly grow. I wouldn't even need to spend money on ads. VCs would notice the high conversion rate and be eager to invest.
So what sips the key logic to making money?
The key is this: in the past, even if someone made the best product without starting funds to spend on ads or traffic, they wouldn't get anywhere. You could never reach million users, let alone Shell, Benja, and starting funds were in the hands of VCs who had only a some chance of success with their judgment.
Exactly. That's why the first thing AI country would do is use the collective intelligence of 10 million citizens to validate new products. Statistically, with just 100 people, we can predict 300 million people's preferences with nearly 100% accuracy.
So AI country gets things in equity in each project and validate.
Yes. The projects we validate are low risk because they've already been tested by millions of people. AI country would use its initial income to increase its stake from 20% to 49%. With this additional funding, the company can enter the 3 billion person market, scale quickly, and make even more profit. The profits would go into AI country's treasury and be distributed to citizens.
I see. This is like making sure restaurant owners know if their business will be profitable before they even invest. It's like a taste test with 1,000 people. If most say it's good, the restaurant opens as a chain. If most say it's bad, the owner saves the money they would have lost. Even better, these 1,000 testers can earn a share of the restaurant industry, side profit.
Exactly, that SIP's a perfect analogy.
So this entire process requires gathering 4 million citizens' preferences without them having to spend any money, right?
Right. And it's not just that the citizens don't need to spend money. Even the whole process of creating AI country doesn't require any money from them. If a project relies on people paying in order to succeed, then it's either a scam or the system design is flawed. AI is great at designing good logic, good mechanisms. Basically, great algorithms.
Truth is succeed first, invest later mechanism isn't to use something most people would think of.
It's just one of the 7 core mechanisms I designed for AI country.
So you have 6 other equally brilliant mechanisms?
Yes. All of them are simple and easy to implement. In theory, if we execute just 2 of these mechanisms, we could establish AI country. This would ensure that every ordinary person can share in the wealth created by AI, letting AI take care of production while people live the lives they enjoy.
One last question. Who can be part of the first 1 million citizens of AI country? You said they wouldn't have to pay anything. So how do you select them?
No need for a selection process. YouTube's algorithm will pick the right people for us.
So anyone who watches this video is likely to be someone interested in the new world shaped by AI.
Exactly. If we're building AI country, we should use AI to choose the first witnesses of this new era.
All right. If you were interested in AI country, head over to the channel homepage to learn more. Starting today, we'll be witnessing the creation of AI country together.